Welcome everybody. I'm George Rapidas, nutritionist, chef, and author, and I'd like to welcome you to Eat Right by George, the cooking show where you learn that healthy can be delicious. And on today's show, we will be learning how to prepare a healthy breakfast, something that many of us out there skip every day. Because I have worked with patients as a nutritional counselor, and I have heard their diet diaries many times, and one of the things they always do is skip breakfast because they're in a hurry in the morning. They don't believe that they can have a healthy breakfast in time for work as well. But I'm here to tell you that you can prepare a healthy breakfast in the morning in less than 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. That's all it takes. And I will be preparing today a very nutritious breakfast, banana pancakes. Yes, banana pancakes topped with nutritious berries. And what I brought here today for the show for you to see are different berries. On the left here, we have raspberries, and raspberries are very healthy because they are full of antioxidants that help protect our cells from damage, and they are full of fiber. 1 cup of raspberries has 8 grams of fiber. Yes, 8 grams of fiber in 1 cup of raspberries. And raspberries are one of the best berries that you can have in the morning. And I encourage people to get plenty of raspberries into their diet in the morning. Another great berry that I have here today are black raspberries. And the great thing about black raspberries is they are the #1 cancer-fighting berry. Yes, if you have a history of cancer in your family, I encourage you to eat lots of black raspberries because studies have shown that they are the #1 cancer-fighting berry. So you should definitely be eating black raspberries. And of course, we can't forget about blueberries. Blueberries have special nutrients in them as well that help our body get rid of bad cholesterol, and they are full of antioxidants. So make sure to get berries in your diet, whether it be with a smoothie. You can actually take the berries and put them in a food processor along with a cup of juice and a cup of yogurt. You can make a very nice smoothie in the morning, and actually you can make it the night before, put it in a nice pitcher, and serve it in the morning on your way out while you're going to school. And speaking of school, many of the students listening out there or watching out there and parents, remember that when kids eat a healthy breakfast in the morning, they score higher on their test grades. Yes, and there have been a lot of studies that show this. So all the kids out there, make sure to eat a healthy breakfast in the morning if you want to score higher on your test grades, because there are studies that have shown that. There's a lot of compelling research to show that. And if you're a person out there that is trying to lose weight, well, one of the most important things you can do is eat a healthy breakfast, because there's also compelling evidence to show that people that eat a healthy breakfast in the morning, they have less problems with obesity. That's right. They are less overweight because they're eating a healthy breakfast. So one of the most important recipes that you can prepare for yourself in the morning is banana pancakes. Yes, you can make banana pancakes with some whole grain flour. And what I did here is took a little bit of whole grain flour, mixed it with some baking soda ahead of time, and I put some salt and some other dry ingredients. And what I will do here is mix in about a cup of water. And remember, when we're making our pancake batter, you don't want it too runny and you don't want it too thick either. So just add enough water here to make our pancake batter nice and smooth. So because it's whole grain flour, sometimes you need to add more water to it. So this one you might need to add more. But remember, your kitchen is an experiment sometimes. It's like your own little lab where you experiment, and a lot of trial and error. You find out what you do right. Sometimes you do something wrong and you just correct it. So for instance, here we add a little bit more water. to our mix. No problem, because I want to get it the right consistency. And this is something you can make the night before. You can actually make your pancake batter the night before, put it in your refrigerator to chill overnight. And mash up a banana, add it to your mix. Bananas are a great source of potassium. And of course, potassium helps keep your blood pressure lower. And we know a lot of Americans out there have a high blood pressure. They have a lot of stress they're dealing with, so this is a great recipe for them as well. So I mix my ingredients, get my pancake batter nice and smooth. We're getting there. Just takes a little bit of effort on your part, a little bit of planning. Have your pancake batter prepared the night before. Put it in your refrigerator. And then the next day, it's ready to go. You get up in the morning. You heat up a griddle. You throw your pancake batter onto the griddle. And voila, you got breakfast on the go. And I'll show you a couple different ways to do it too. I got some great ideas for fun breakfast in the morning. So as you can see, I got my batter nice and smooth. No lumps. And the next thing what I want to do is take some bananas. Maybe you've had some bananas in your kitchen that you haven't used in a while, and you don't want to throw those away. Just take them and use them in your banana pancakes. Peel it and take a little bowl. And actually I like them a little bit softer, because when it's softer, they're easier to mash. When they're just off the vine or the tree, they're a little bit tougher. So you can take a spoon and just mash them up. Or if you have gloves on like I do, just mash them with your hands. Nothing to it. Look how easy it is. Look at that. Mash them up and put those into your batter. And you're filling your pancake mix with lots of nutrients. Potassium, which is a mineral, helps with our blood pressure, as I mentioned earlier. It smells so good in the morning when having a really healthy breakfast. So make sure to scrape the side of your bowl to get all the ingredients mixed properly. Now, if you don't have bananas on hand, you can take some blueberries and add the blueberries to your mix. If you don't have blueberries, if you have some walnuts would go great in here. Be creative. How about some applesauce? If you have some applesauce handy, throw in a cup of applesauce into your pancake batter, and it's ready to go. Just be creative. All right. Now what I'd like to do next, put this aside, put our peels on the side here, and I'm going to take our griddle and heat that up to about 350. Now, one trick I like to show you is if you have a little bit of olive oil on hand, and you have a pastry brush, and let's say you don't have cooking spray available and you ran out, just take a little olive oil and coat your pan with a little bit of olive oil. That way you're getting healthy fats from your extra virgin olive oil. This breakfast will be so healthy, even you can have your doctor over in the morning and he can have breakfast for you with you and try this out. It's so healthy. So make sure to heat your pan first. And this right here is a griddle, electric griddle. And what I like about an electric griddle is that it cooks even. Sometimes when you're trying to cook pancakes on a regular pan, the heat is hotter on one side than the other, and then your pancakes end up cooking uneven. However, on a griddle, everything cooks even, and that way you're not frustrated trying to flip your pancakes and trying to figure out what side is hotter than the other. Another neat gadget that I have with me is a pancake maker. And what I do is I'll pour my pancake mix into this little pancake dropper, and I'll drop the pancakes perfectly onto the pan. That way you get a nice round even pancake. Because what's worse, when trying to eat a pancake that's uneven, it's not as appetizing, and we're here to make sure that, you know, healthy can be delicious, and we want our product to look really, really consistent. Now, one way you can test if your pan is ready is to sprinkle a little water onto the pan. It's not quite ready, but the reason I do that is because I want to make sure that my pan is nice and hot before I add the pancakes, because if not, they won't cook properly. They might be a little too mushy. We want it to be kind of crispy on the outside. So what I like to do is test my pan first. If it sizzles, then they're ready to go. Now I heard it sizzle. Hopefully you out there heard it too. So these are ready to go. So I'll come over here, take a little spoon of the mix. And this, okay. Fill it nice and full. And I'll start over here. Let's see how we do. All right. Now there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can make silver dollar pancakes. You can make the bigger, like the flapjacks. It's really up to you. I'll show you also how to make a Mickey Mouse pancake for all the parents out there cooking for the children. There's a couple spaces here. I just love making pancakes in the morning, and my family and friends appreciate it as well. Wake up to some nutritious pancakes made with banana. And the way you can tell when to flip a pancake is when it stops bubbling. So you can tell that these are currently bubbling, and you can also tell that the batter is raising a little. You don't want it to be flat. It's kind of raising from the top. That way it has a better body and a better texture, and you're going to enjoy it a lot more. And then when it bubbles like this and it's a little bit thicker, they're easier to flip as well, because you don't want to flip it and have a problem. And I always check them first. This one is ready to flip. Notice the nice gold and brown color. That one's not quite ready. Sometimes they can be a little messy, but that's okay, because you're having fun. You're having your family and friends over for breakfast, and sometimes it's okay to make a little mess. Once again, nice golden brown color. Here we go again. You just flip them. And a lot of times the first ones are kind of tougher. Once you get really into the swing of making them, they're really simple. This one's a nice darker color. It all depends on what you prefer. Some people like them darker, some people like them lighter. As you can see, we're moving along now. Our pan is heated up. Now I have a couple more over here. Sometimes they get stuck together, just take your spatula and you just cut them in half. There's a good one right here. And once you flip them, they don't take much longer to cook. Like this one is ready. As you can tell, it's a nice pancake, golden brown and soft, kind of crispy on top and kind of soft in the middle. That's kind of how you like them. You don't want them to be too thin either. And it's okay if they're a little mushy in the middle because it's the banana in there. Okay. Well, I'm going to get a couple plates. And I'll show you a really fancy presentation. I like to take my pancakes, banana pancakes. Usually about 3 will do it. Oh, they smell so good. I mean, what a great way to start your morning with a healthy breakfast. And what I like to do next is take some of my raspberries, some of my blueberries. Look at that. Top them right on top. And then have someone come over and give them a try. We have with us today our sous chef, Chris. He's going to come over and try some banana, healthy style pancakes with antioxidants from our berries, our raspberries, blueberries, and our blackberries. Hello, Chris.
What's going on, George? Long time no see.
All right.
I've been away in the Far East, but smelled these pancakes, and I had to come back and try them out. So what do we got here? We got.
Oh, wow.
Describe.
You're going to love this.
Tell me, I missed the first half of the show. What's in them?
Oh, well, this is a banana pancake.
Okay.
It's whole wheat, because
Okay.
you know we need our grains in the
Right,
morning, and
certainly.
we need to have a healthy breakfast every day. I hope you're eating a healthy breakfast
I
every
will
day.
today. I will today.
And what I do is just mash up a couple bananas, put it in my pancake mix. Then I add all the different berries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries.
Very
and I don't
good.
even need any syrup because they're so moist and you get so many flavors. Sometimes the syrup is a little overpowering.
Little much, I understand. Okay.
So why don't you grab, let's see, is there a fork there?
There
or?
must be a fork somewhere in this kitchen.
Okay,
This is the last fork.
great. And I'd like you to try our banana blueberry pancakes.
All right, here we go. So let's see what I can.
And Chris doesn't waste any time, that's for sure.
No time wasted.
Make sure you try that blueberry and that blackberry with it.
Okay. Oh, it's a nice contrast, the cool of the fruit and the warm of the pancake. Oh, look at that, oozing banana. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but I can see it, and it looks and tastes
Well, yeah, I don't
fantastic.
believe in dry pancakes, dry berries, or dry anything. You know, it's got to be moist in
That's
the
right.
middle.
This is fantastic. You've outdone yourself once again, George. Thank you.
Thank you.
This
Thank
is
you,
great.
Chris.
I'm going to
Thank-
stand back here and finish.
Okay.
Up.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, some of the parents out there, they might want to impress their kids. You know, they have a hard time getting their kids to eat healthy. And sometimes they don't, you know, the kids, they, you know, they don't want to eat breakfast. They don't think there's anything good to eat in the morning. Well, one way you can get your kids to eat pancakes is to make it shaped like Mickey Mouse. And what I'll do here is take my pancake dropper, and you can get these at a lot of restaurant supply places. And I'll take first and make Mickey's face, of course. And then what I'll do is make the ears right over here a little bit smaller. See? And another ear here. You can get Junior out there to try, you know. You can take and put a couple eyes there. with the raspberries, then make a smile. See? Take the blueberries all around for the smile. And then take a black raspberry for the nose, for Mickey's nose, because black. And I hope you can see that really good there. We got a Mickey Mouse pancake. Now, what child out there is going to refuse a Mickey Mouse pancake? Not too many, because we know how much they love Disney World. So you can make this for your children in the morning, and you can use a lot of other different fruits. If you like to use apples or something else for the smile, that's okay, because I think it's a fun way to present your Mickey Mouse pancake to your children and get them to eat healthy, which a lot of parents out there have a hard time doing, getting their kids to eat their fruits and vegetables. We'll see if this is ready to flip a little bit longer. Because it's bigger, you want it to cook a little bit longer and get golden brown on there. But if you don't have bananas, as I said before, you can put a little bit of applesauce into your batter. You can take some frozen berries, have those on hand. If you can't get fresh berries, the next thing I would recommend is getting the frozen berries and just take them out the night before so that they're not frozen, so they have a chance to thaw. Just a tad bit longer, and then we're going to flip this Mickey Mouse pancake. It's not quite done bubbling. And you can get a lot of my other fun recipes for kids, trying to get them to eat healthy, in my cookbooks, www.eatrightbygeorge.com. And I also have a recipe every month in the Body, Mind, Spirit Guide, which you can pick up at a lot of the health food stores or holistic places. And I have a recipe every month in the Body, Mind, Spirit Guide, which also shows you the nutrition content of each recipe. So it might have something like blueberry, banana muffins. Well, it shows how many calories are in the muffin and how many fat grams and things like that. We'll try and flip this over. All right, we did it. We flipped our Mickey Mouse pancake over, and we'll serve that, of course, with some berries. Even if you want to have some light syrup, the kids sometimes they prefer to have a little pancake syrup on their pancakes. You can get light syrup, and just don't tell them it's light syrup, but you can also put that on top. That way they're not getting as much calories. And if you don't have syrup, even a little powdered sugar would be great. Take a little powdered sugar and use a little strainer, and you can dust a little powdered sugar over your banana pancakes. So I'm George Rapitas, nutritionist and chef. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I want to remind you to eat breakfast every morning. There's a lot of compelling research that says eat your breakfast. Don't skip your meals, because that can lead into other health problems. And you'll do better on your tests if you eat breakfast, for all the kids out there. And feel free to email me at nutritionist34@yahoo.com. You can also go to my website, www.eatrightbygeorge.com. There's a lot of great links on there and a lot of cooking videos, such as this one for the banana pancakes. Thank you so much for joining me here on Eat Right by George.